Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Jenny, and today we'll be learning how to cut and sew a maxi gown. So if that's something you're so much interested in, keep on watching and let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is to arrange your fabric according to the length and the width you're working with. You can work with the width of your widest measurement, that's it might be the bust or the hip measurement. So you arrange it according to what you want and according to the length. So I'll be using this, the full length of this is up to 60 or more. So after folding it, you have one part of it in four pieces, in four layers, then the other is will be on fold like you see me do. Now the first thing to mark is your shoulder measurement. You mark your shoulder measurement, you mark your sleeve length. We are cutting it together with the sleeve length you want, then you add allowances for folding the sleeve. The next thing I marked was the shoulder slope of 1 inch. I'm just extending it to the allowance I gave for the sleeve. Then I marked the neck width. I marked 3 inches and the neck depth of 3 inches, depending on what you want. So you're not limited to just marking 3 inches. Go according to your plan and what you want your material, your style to come out like, to look like. Then I connected the shoulder to the neck width. I marked the my armhole depth and added 1 inch for stitching, for joining the front and the back together. So make sure you mark your armhole depth so that it will fit you well. Then I'm marking the highest measurements, the hip or the bust, whichever is your biggest measurement you mark. Then I'm just trying to make sure that it tallies, the upper one tallies with the one below it, the shoulder tallies with the armhole. Then I added 2 inches allowance all the way down. Here you can possibly add more than 2 inches allowance. Then I connected it to that allowance I gave on the sleeve. So I marked the 2 inches all the way down, and the next thing I did was to cut it. I did not cut the neck throughout. I did not cut the neck, I just cut the shoulder, and that's it. Now we are going to cut it. Is more of an asymmetric neckline. One okay, off shoulder, let's use off shoulder as it, off shoulder. So you're going to mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2. You mark it. If your shoulder measurement is 16, you mark 8, or you remove 1 inch from it depending on how you want it to drop. If you don't want it to drop too much, remove 1 inch. If you want it to drop by that 8 inches or 9 inches so that it will drop well. Then after that, I found out that the curve wasn't relaxed enough, so I at that point I extended the other line to 4 inches. Remember, I marked 3 inches before then. So then I pinned down the shoulders because the the material has refused to stay. I had to pin it down so I don't make mistakes. Then I sew in with half an inch. You sew in with half an inch on one of the shoulders. Then you open the other one. You open the other shoulder and you use bias tape to pipe the neck and then join the shoulder. I'll do that and bring it back for you to see. Then after I was done joining the shoulder and the bias neck, I went ahead to fold in the my sleeve into two, like you can see me do with a pepper stay. I used a gum stay on it so that it can be strong. So I'm sewing 0.25 at that end. And I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other sleeve. Look at the inside, how it looks, very clean and neat. So after I was done doing that, I now joined the front and the back together with the stitching allowance I gave. You have to know that if you added just 2 inches to your normal measurement, please don't sew down, because you will not be able to move with it. You won't walk with it. So you come up by 10 inches or more. When that is done, you have a slit at both sides so that you can walk with your gown. You can walk wearing your gown. So that is all for the video. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, share and comment. Please give me a thumbs up. It encourages me and draws attention to my channel. Thank you.